Hi everybody, I am Zura and today we are going to review the American T28 HTC EV tank concept. This tank is the reward for the second set of personal missions and is an American tank destroyer that stand at tier 7 and probably some of you want to know if this tank is good or not, just because after the crappish first reward, the Stug, probably many of you would be disappointed by the first review, the first reward. Sorry, my English still sucks. The first reward of the first set of personal mission, and with the second reward. Probably some of you, well, I don't want to spoil nothing at all. Just before seeing how this tank performs on the battlefield, let's have a look how it's stuck in comparison to the other tank destroyers at tier 7. And I have decided to make a comparison with the standard T25 AT, the British 87 and the Soviet Su-100M1, just because I know that we have a lot of tank destroyer at tier 7, but I believe that this tank, the T28 HTC, the T28 concept, is a tank that relies on armor, and usually tank destroyer at tier 7 has no armor at all, with the exception of the British one that they have chosen, and after patch 9.22 even this tank has some valuable frontal armor, so I have decided to pick only those four, and we can fastly see that concerning firepower, damage per minute, our tank, the T28, is the worst for what concerning DPM. Words concerning penetration, and the penetration still sucks. Let me underline this value because it's very bad penetration. 181. And if you are going to use premium rounds, with APCR, okay, you gain not so much. The premium penetration of the HTC is the same as the standard penetration of the British one, so the penetration is not good. The DPM, the damage, the alpha damage, it's okay because we have some tank that do more than 400 at tier 7, but 320 we can deal with it. And another problem, in my personal opinion, is the shell velocity that still sucks. The standard round has a very low shell velocity because 872 meters per second is not enough. All the other guys don't do way better, with the exception of the British one. And with premium rounds you can go up to 1000, that it's okay. So firepower not amazing. Gun handling, we can quickly see that the aiming time is on par with 3 guys, but the standard tank destroyer does way better. The accuracy sucks in my opinion because 0.38 it's not good for a sniping tank destroyer, but probably this tank is not a sniping tank destroyer. Look at the accuracy, not too bad, of the British one. Dispersion while moving and turning the tank, it's okay-ish, not good, not bad. Other guys do worse, and someone do way better. And dispersion moving the gun, it's not good at all, 0.17. And for what concerning gun depression and no full value, 4.40. So I can say that the gun handling of this tank is the worst, but have a look at the last parameter, the gun traverse. This 30 degrees of gun traverse for each side, it's really interesting because this value means that you can move a lot your gun without being forcing to move your hull, your entire tank. And in many situations, this value can be really useful, and later we are going to see that this value probably save this tank is going to save this tank because firepower nothing special, gun handling bleh, mobility super bleh, it's awful mobility, 29 forward, 10 reverse, only the turtle 87 do something worse. 1371 power weight ratio not enough to stroll around, and the tank traverse is very sluggish. The mobility is crap. This tank is steel, and the only good things that he has a very, very, very good gun traverse at the current time. Now, armor and health, and here I hope to see some interesting value, and I see 203 frontal hull armor, and this means that I can use this tank and I can try to tank fire coming from enemy. The 87 has the same frontal armor, but later we are going to see that the armor of the HTC has something special. The health sucks like other tanks. This value for me is not correct. I hope that Wargaming is going to check and buff a little bit the health of this tank, because we are talking of a tank that is weighing 70 tons, more than double the other tanks, and it's so strange that he has so few HP, has so few health, in my opinion. But whatever. The view range is not bad at all. The other view range, the view range of the other tanks are really crappish, so okay, 370 meters. Suggested equipment, ventilation, gun ramet, coded optics. And now let's go and check. You can see the gun arc. Pretty nice. This tank is a reward tank and can be used as a premium tank. It doesn't earn super money like a premium tank, but it's a reward. It means that you can put inside every crew coming from American tank destroyer without any penalty, and you can train at faster speeds any crew coming directly from any tank destroyer of the US Army. Now let's go. So the crew layout is very, very good, double loader. And let's go and check the armor, and this come the interesting part of this tank, because crappish mobility, crappish gun handling, 200 frontal armor. The upper hull armor is very well angled, out of bounds. The lower plate is out of bounds. Around the tower, the turret, I read very, 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 very good value. And the armor of this tank is pretty damn amazing. But look at this massive weak spot. Those two cupolas with the small machine gun are going to ruin the armor of this tank, but we have 30 degrees of gun traverse. This means that if you're going to fight behind a corner of a rock, a house, and you can succeed in covering your internal cupola in this way, you're going to have at TS7 a pretty damn tough beast, because all the other weak spots that can be shooted are those very, very, very small cupola, and I'm going to assure you that nobody have tried to shoot me here. Everybody are always trying to shoot in the external cupola. So if you succeed in placing the tank in this way on a flat ground, of course, because we have only 4 degrees of gun depression. Don't over angle too much, otherwise this part of the tank became weak spot. Just remember, do not over angle, because those 30 degrees are way too much than necessary. You need only, okay, to place the tank in this way. Probably the armor of this American beast can do something good. So let's go and see how it performs on the battlefield. The tank is pretty damn slow. 29 kilometers per hour, engine power crappish, so I'm going to fasten 4 times the speed of our T28 HTC, and I want to reach the area in this map where the heavy tank usually fight frontally, just because this corner is so suitable to hide my inside cupola, because my external cupola can be spotted, look, and the internal one can be covered by this mountain. So probably in this position I can do something good, but Carnarvon, the strongest tier 8 at the moment, very dangerous foe. I'm going to load premium round, just because I can be considered a fool in trying to damage frontally the Carnarvon on the upper plate, on the turret with standard round, and other enemies arrives, and I'm a little bit frustrated, just because this guy with the heavy tank number 6 is trying to hold a position that it's not really suited for this type of tank, because only 100 millimeters of armor, the gun is not reliable, the penetration is not enough. So I believe that this guy is covering my target and is doing damage to his team, just because it's not necessary. It's the very, very, very wrong place where to use this type of tank. But whatever, let's go on with the battle. I'm in a very good position, and I wanna fight and use this tank in this position, because I can face enemy coming from the front. My frontal armor, it's okay. Look at the bounces. From the distance can be difficult to shoot at the two cupola, but I must to be aware, because it's better not to fall crossfired by those guys. And the gun, it's okay, because punch pretty strong against tier 7, tier 6 tank, and can do a nice job even against tier 8. So this tank can be considered a crappish by someone, but look how many shots I have received. And those guys, if you don't have at least 230 240 millimeters of penetration, it's almost, look, I receive damage in my lower plate, just because the M6 decided to use premium round. And if I don't remember well, the premium round of the M6 have 248 millimeters of penetration. So good choice by my enemy, because he decided to shoot at me using premium round, and I must be cautious, just because I have a very, very, very low health. One of the worst thing in this tank is the health. I know that the gun is not good, the mobility it's awful, but the health, 60 tons, it's so strange. Only 880 health. Even the British one was buffed on the health, because it's a well armored tank, so it deserves more HP in my opinion. Okay, I'm taking down the Black Prince shooting at its butt. A very nice performance at the moment. I have blocked a lot of damage and I have done more than 3000 damage. The speed here is not necessary because I have reached my position. Enemy on the other side are not pushing. The bad side of this tank is the low mobility. You can't go back and defend base. You only can reach the center of the battle and you can try to hold your position because you are a bunker. Well, let's go and check the post game stat. Check a post game stat, and here we have mastery, some minor achievements, steel wall, of course, and high caliber, close to 4000 damage, 3 kill, etc. etc. 1600 absorbed by the armor. I have blocked 13 shot, 12 blocked. Okay, I know that low tier tanks, but there was Carnarvon at the beginning. So don't be fooled by this tank. I believe that this tank, placed and played in the right way, it's a very good tank. Way better than the crappy Stuk of reward of the first set of personal mission. Is nothing exceptional, but it's okayish. He has his style. The few quality that he has fits perfectly together and is a very, very powerful and scary corner fighter here on World of Tanks. Okay, guys, for this review we have done. Yoazura gives you appointment on the next review here on YouTube, or if you prefer, you can meet me live streaming on Twitch. As usual, don't forget to leave the thumbs up or comment whatever you want. See you next time, guys. Bye.